Running, it ain't for the weight loss. Matter of fact, trying to be the cake boss. Fill up the bag.
A truly gorgeous afternoon for baseball now from sunny Oracle Park in San Francisco. Should be a good one here this afternoon between the Boston Red Sox and the San Francisco Giants. Alongside Dan Plesac and Mark DeRosa, and Danny, as pitching matchups go, it doesn't get much better than what we've got here for this one.
Well, Matt, these are two of the best in the business. Two guys that throw a lot of strikes, and if their game is on, we should have a very low-scoring ball game with these two elite starting pitchers.
It's time for Giants baseball. Next, Kevin Gausman, the native of Colorado, gets the start on the mound. What's your take on him, Dan?
Hey, this guy has a 4-pitch repertoire, right? And those are a lot of nice options to have. You can go hard, soft. You can go in and out. And anytime you have 4 pitches, if you can throw them for strikes, you have the big advantage.
Striding in is Kyle Schwarber. He will lead this one off
Leading
today.
Off the afternoon for Boston, the first baseman, Kyle Schwarber.
He's set. Here it comes. Good fastball down around the knees there, taken for a strike.
First pitch, 1 o'clock.
Now the pitch.
You know, from an offensive standpoint, they already knew they had their work cut out for him against a great pitcher. But if he's going to locate like that, this is going to be a tough day.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 0-2 home. Now a swing and a miss on the slider as the leadoff man is set down on strikes to open up the ball game.
Really good late bite on that slider right there. The best ones have that late action that just darts at the last minute. They're so tough to get the bat on, and when you've got that good slider going, it's a great strikeout pitch.
So now to the plate, Kike Hernandez, and it's fouled away. One out, nobody on. Slider, and he can't pull the trigger. 2 strikes. So let's take a peek at the umpiring crew in this one. Behind the plate is Matthew Ross.
Hey, D-Row, this is a pitcher's best friend. Matthew Ross, very wide strike zone.
Yeah, no excuses from the offense today. You know coming in, when you see the lineup card and Matt Ross is behind the dish, you better be aggressive.
And he fouls this one off. Fouled away. Here's another 0-2. Sent out to straightaway center field. Slater's under it. 2 gone.
Batting third, the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts.
And that brings in Xander Bogaerts. First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. From the stretch.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Outside, that's the ball.
Off the outside that time as the breaking ball can't catch the zone. 1-2 to the Boston shortstop.
If the offense didn't already know, man on the mound's got his A-game fastball working today.
Liner in there for a base hit. Bogaerts will head for second. And he will pull into second with a 2-out double.
Batting fourth.
That's a pitch he'll look back on and relive tonight when he's lying in bed. A pitch away from posting a 0 in the first, and he makes a big mistake, and he pays the price. So now he's got to work on leaving him out there at second base.
Here now is Rafael Devers as he'll go after the first pitch to him and comes up empty. It's strike one.
Have to find a way to get that guy home from second now. Never know how important these early runs can be.
Bogaerts at second with 2 down. And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2.
Hey, I know we're only in the top of the first, but back-breaking blows are those 2 out runners in scoring position knocks, and they have a chance to capitalize right here.
There's a drive high in the air and deep to left center field. And this will bang up against the wall. He pulls into second safely as they jump ahead with a run scoring on the play.
Every manager and every pitcher in the league loves to play with an early lead, and they've got one here. Back-to-back doubles put them up by a run with the opportunity to stretch the lead here with another dangerous hitter set to step up.
And that'll bring up J.D. Martinez. Just gets a piece of it, strike one. Opportunity for him here to pick up that runner from second with 2 away. Got him out on his front foot. It's 0-2.
On 0-2 here, he doesn't have to give in with a great pitch to hit. He's got a base open, so he has
a swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. But a run will score in the inning on this RBI double. Bottom of the first coming up, and it's 1-0 Boston. Chris Sale, a left-handed Floridian, will get the starting assignment. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Hey, this ought to be fun to watch in this one here today. A guy with over 2,000 career strikeouts. Think about it. He knows how to get swings and misses, and he knows how to paint the corners. Hopefully he'll bring some of that in this one here, and he should be fun to watch.
And now in the box, Donovan Solano. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
The second baseman, Donovan Solano.
The pitch. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike one. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Center fielder giving chase, and he tracks it down. Nice play for the first out.
Batting second, the first baseman.
And here's a look at the hometown Giants starting lineup in this one. Dan, who do we keep an eye on?
Well, I think Brendan Belt is a guy to watch out for. This guy hit over 300 last year, and man, it was impressive. Just hitting over 300 is really something special to look at. He's a consistent hitter. I love watching his approach. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He'll be there again this year if he continues to stay within himself.
Brandon Belt comes on with one gone here as he looks at a called strike one. He comes up empty that time as he's underneath it. 0-2. Belt is a guy you have to keep an eye on in the batter's box. He's definitely been known to drop down a bunt from time to time. That's something he's really good at.
And in today's game, Matty, this is such a lost art. I know you love this one. Guy dropping a drag bunt down for a knock, putting him up, putting him down, getting down the first base line. Definitely sets the tone for the team.
Posting.
Now here's the pitch. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Back goes Martinez. On the warning track, he makes the catch. Giants down in order. They're on the short end of a 1-0 score. So here is Alex Verdugo. He'll step in to start things out here against Kevin Gausman.
Alex Verdugo.
First pitch on its way. Splitter swung on and missed. 0-1. Popped up. Longoria in foul ground. And this is going to be a foul ball. To third. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out.
Batting 7, the catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Now one down with the bases empty, and from the on-deck circle into the batter's box comes Christian Vasquez. Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. And a high strike there, 0-1.
Well, they got to him in the first inning, which is huge, but he looks a lot more settled into this ball game right now. He's not the kind of pitcher you want to let get into a groove out there.
Red Sox on top in the early going, 1-0 as we play the second. A 1-1 count now to Vasquez. Into the corner and slicing foul. Here comes the 1-2.
2-2.
Popped up. Belt into foul territory. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball.
He's got that certainly timed up now. I'd be shocked if the pitcher goes to the well 3 times in a row with off speed.
Now a pitch swung on and hit on the ground to Longoria at third. And there are 2 away now.
Batting 8.
2 down, no one on base. And that brings up the former first-rounder Christian Arroyo. He's set and the pitch. And that's taken high and outside for ball 1. 2 out, nobody on. Oh, what a stop on the slide. Got him. Down in order go the Red Sox. And after an inning and a half, it's 1-0. Last half of the second set to go, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Ooh, he saws him off with that one. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely.
I know that has to be frustrating from a pitcher's standpoint, but nice execution, nice hustle. Bottom line, nice hustle. Pitcher's still 1 good pitch away from getting a double play.
You know, D-Roll, one of the things you want to do is make quality pitches as a pitcher. And there's not much you can do right there. You make a pretty good pitch, and the next thing you know, you have a leadoff single on an infield ground ball.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. Chris Bryant stands in as he swings and misses for strike 1.
For most people, being down 0-1 would seem like a lot, but this guy is such a good hitter. He doesn't care going deep in the count. He's got runners on base. He has a game plan every time he comes to the plate. Let's see how this one plays out.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Fastball swung on and missed for the first out.
If you've got a good fastball going and they're not handling, keep throwing it. Right there, 3 fastballs in a row. He goes.
Mike Yastrzemski digging in at the plate. Fouled off. First swings for him in this one with a runner still at first and 1 gone. Here's the pitch. And I'm not sure, but it looks like he may have been blindfolded for that swing. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, I can't have one of my best left-handed power bats fishing for balls off the plate.
Swing and a miss on the changeup, and there are 2 gone. That's back-to-back strikeouts now as they've been unable to advance that leadoff single into scoring position.
Yeah, clearly no problems working out of the stretch right now. He's taking control this inning after giving up that hit. Now we'll see if he can finish it off strong as well.
So it's a runner at first with 2 gone, and in to hit next it'll be Austin Slater. comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Swinging a ball line down in the left field corner. But that'll land foul, strike one. A check on first by Sale. And a dive, but he's back in there. Ready with the 0-1 pitch. And it's fouled away. Crawford is off at first with 2 away. Now time is barked out by the home plate umpire. Working for the punch out and the offering. In the air down the line in left. Verdugo waits on it. And he's got it for the final out of the frame. Giants leave one. They're down 1-0. Now to the plate is the Red Sox pitcher, Chris Sale. 9-1-2 due up. Here's the first pitch to him.
Sale.
Now the 0-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. And they'll try to get him fishing there, but he won't offer in the dirt, and it's back to even at 2-2.
The classic back foot slider right there with 2 strikes. Usually gets a ton of swing and misses. Nice layoff right there. Fight for another pitch.
On the ground up the middle. He's got it. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the third. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Kyle Schwarber struck out in his last trip to the plate. First offering.
Oh, that's it.
Squared that one up just a little late. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Fouled off again, and now he's in a 1-2 hole. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. So the bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that means the plug-and-play utility man Kike Hernandez will bat next. First pitch of the AB now.
2-out lightning definitely applies to this offense. If this 2-hole hitter can get on, they could start something serious.
Bases are empty here with 2 men out. That evens it up 1-1. Hernandez behind the ball and 2 strikes. And he fouls this one off.
Hey, usually the second time through the order you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
And the inning goes away in unceremonious fashion on a swing and a miss at a ball way outside the strike zone. Red Sox go down 1-2-3, but they're up 1-0. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
For the Giants, the third baseman, Evan Longoria.
First pitch on its way. Hits this one hard the other way. And that is through into right field for a single.
Dan, how hard is it to massage your way through such a deep lineup? I mean, even the 8-9 hole hitters are solid big league players.
You know, Mark, these days you're not seeing a lot of defensive specialists in the infield or outfield. If you're in that starting lineup these days, there's a pretty good job you could swing the bat.
Into the box now, Kevin Gausman. as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here it's strike one. He just ramps up and gears the fastball by him. 0-2.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Got him to go down swinging there. Kevin Gausman is retired for the first out here in the bottom half of the third. He's set. Here it comes. Back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
A lot of traffic hitting the base pass first and second with one out. I know you're looking for a double play ball, Dan.
No question about it. I think one of the things you like to do on a pitcher is try to jump on him early before he gets settled in. So far, so good. First and second looks like a big inning could be brewing.
Here's the first baseman, Brandon Belt, as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat. Here it's strike one. 0 for 1 here in the early going. Oh, and this at-bat is quickly moving from bad to worse. It's 0-2 now.
Hey, don't kid yourself. I know those were two bad swings, but he hits middle of the order for a reason. It only takes one swing.
The 0-2 delivery. Seared down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. The tying run is in to score from second.
Dan, that's a nice RBI base hit on a hard grounder down the first baseline. If the first baseman's holding him right there, it's probably a double play, but not the case.
No question about it, Buell. Sometimes it's a game of inches, and that ball hit were vacated with the first baseman. If he was holding on, that would probably have been one of those 3-6-3 double plays. Instead, it's down the line for a base hit.
Here's Buster Posey now, as he'll take a look at ball one.
Holy smokes. That's the first ball they've taken the entire game so far. They're swinging at everything.
Now the 1-0. This one's down to third. There's one. On to first as they get the double play to get him out of the inning. They make it look easy, don't they? Around the horn for the double play to end the inning. More from Oracle Park right after this. New inning set to get underway, and stepping up as the shortstop, Xander Bogaerts. First pitch of the AB on its way.
This guy's been throwing the ball great so far, but he's going to be tested here. 4, 5, and 6 coming up this part of the lineup.
Turned on that one and crushed it. Just pulled it a little foul. The 0-2 once more is a called third strike right on the inside corner.
Well, no preferential treatment there. Sometimes we see great hitters have their calls go their way on close pitches, but not this time. I think that was actually a good take, but on 2 strikes, anything that close can go either way.
Rafael Devers the next to bat, as he'll swing and miss at a first pitch slider at strike one. It was a double for him in his first turn at the plate. Comes set with the 0-1. Fastball misses in the dirt as he tried to get him to chase the low one. 1 run, 2 hits, and no errors for the Red Sox to this point. Swung on, but fouled off to the left. 1-2. Freezes him. A strikeout looking.
He's really on a roll right now on the mound. Back-to-back strikeouts to wrap up the last inning, and now he started this frame with the same story. 4 straight strikeouts in all.
First pitch on its way as he'll look at a fastball too high for ball 1. And maybe a little frustrated on the mound here as the fastball misses for ball 2 now. Hitters count. Here's the 2-0 pitch. Hangs on him a bit that time as it's belted out toward deep center field. And what an effort on the running play to end the inning. Down in order go the Red Sox. We'll go to the bottom of the 4th, tied 1-1. Ready to go in the bottom of the 4th.
Leading up
and stepping in the slick fielding shortstop, Brandon Crawford.
Brandon Crawford.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Had him lunging at that one out of the zone, and that's strike 1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
Swing, and there it goes. He got all of this one. Into the cove and gone. A solo shot here to straightaway right field. And the Giants move out ahead. It's 2-1.
Well, if you're going to give up a towering blast to one of the best players in their lineup, it's better to do it with no one on base. It stings, sure, but a solo shot isn't going to be the deciding factor in a game.
Here's Chris Bryant now.
23.
Popped up.
Bryant.
Throw on to first, so a good comeback there as he gets the first out of the inning.
The right fielder.
So the next to bat will be Mike Yastrzemski. Struck out in his first at-bat.
Yeah, but it was a good changeup, Matty. Good arm action on that pitch. Look for him to try and stay back a little bit more. Let the ball get a little deeper. Don't be shocked if this pitcher tries to rush a heater right here. You can definitely tell with that foul off right there that he's picking up spin on this pitcher's off-speed stuff. Maybe expect a fastball on this next one.
Behind 0-2 now. Skied in the air to straightaway left. Verdugo waits on it. And he makes the catch for the second out. In now for San Francisco. Austin Slater flied out in his first at-bat, so make him 0 for 1 so far. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1.
Not shocked by their aggressive nature at the plate today, but they got to change their MO if they're going to compete in this one.
1 ball, 1 strike to count. 2 out, nobody on. High and deep down the left field line, but this will wind up being a foul ball. Here comes the 1-2 from Sale. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. But bye-bye, baby. It's a run for the Giants on the solo blast. We're through 4. It's now 2-1 San Francisco. Welcome back. Heidi Watney standing by as we get set for the top of the 5th.
Thanks, Matt. During the commercial break, I talked about the Red Sox offense with the Boston manager, and he told me he's pretty unhappy with their discipline at the plate in this one. He said they've been chasing at pitches out of the zone all game, which obviously doesn't usually lead to good results. Until they start being more selective with their swings, he said they will continue to struggle. Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Alex Verdugo digging in now. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
The left fielder, Alex Verdugo.
First offering on its way. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Can't sit back long enough, and the count evens up at 1-1. Now here's the pitch. No contact there, and it's 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And now a pitch on the way. Into right field, that's a base hit. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the fifth.
Now batting, catcher, Christian Vasquez.
Into the box, Christian Vasquez, as he'll try to hold back on the swing, but he went around for the first strike. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. Nothing in 1 count. Here it comes. Into right field. That's a base hit. And he's safe. And that runner will hold up at second with 2 aboard now.
Guys, that jacks me up right there. Kept his front shoulder tough, the hip tough. Was able to stay inside that slider and drive it the other way.
And that'll bring up the former first-rounder Christian Arroyo, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. That's over, but low. It's a ball and a strike. Verdugo over at second. Vasquez at first with no outs. Pitch is way outside, and he can't even get a glove on it. Runners may have thought about it, but they'll stay put, and the count moves to 2-1. From the belt, kicks and deals. 2-2. Fouled away. 5th inning, 2-1 our score. And another foul ball. Grounder down the line at third. Longoria's got it. Solano for 1. On to first, a double play.
Made him throw a lot of pitches in that at bat, but he'll take the double play as a trade-off for sure.
So stepping in is Chris Sale, trying to bring in the tying run from third here. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. As with 2 away, he'll swing and miss at the first pitch. It's 0-1.
Here's a moment where you got to be a great teammate. Pick your buddy up who just grounded into a double play. I don't care what it looks like, single, gapper, homer. Just get that guy in from third and get your team back motivated again.
And that fastball's too much for him there. 1-2. 2 outs here with a runner at third. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. A big-time strikeout and some raw emotion as he gets out of the jam. We're back in San Francisco following this. And now here is Evan Longoria.
Leading up,
he singled and scored in his first appearance in this
third
one.
Baseman, Evan Longoria.
Here's the pitch. Ripped down the first base line. A dive, and oh, he can't hang on. And the inning begins with a quick out number 1.
Now back.
Next to bat for the Giants, Kevin Gausman comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
It's no wonder this guy's pitch count is so low. If they keep swinging on the first pitch, he's got a real chance to go deep into this one.
2 runs, 5 hits, and no errors on the Giant ledger to this point. And he falls behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes.
Well, you know AL pitchers must love pitching in NL ballparks because all of a sudden they're only facing 8 legitimate hitters in the lineup instead of 9. Kind of makes you wonder why any free agent pitcher would ever decide to pitch in the AL, doesn't it?
At the plate, Donovan Solano. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. Throw in time, and the side is retired. Giants are down 1-2-3 as they're unable to add to their 2-1 lead. And now Kyle Schwarber. And at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Yeah, and it's usually demoralizing, Matty, when the top of the order, so-called best hitters, are shut down. But you know what? We can't expect them to carry us every single day. Somebody in the southern part of this order has got to step up and get this offense rolling.
Now here's the pitch. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Fouled off. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And it's fouled away.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Here comes the 1-2. Misses for the second ball. Doesn't chase after the splitter, and he works it back to a full count. And here's the 3-2 from him. Tough pitch to lay off, but he did, and it's ball 4, so the leadoff hitter is aboard to start the 6th.
Well, the reason power hitters generally draw more walks than other guys is exactly what we saw right there. Pitchers work around them and nibble the corners a lot more so they don't get burned. He made some good pitches, but he just couldn't get him to chase enough out of the zone.
Now into the box, Kike Hernandez. He went down on strikes last time up. Tyler Rogers takes over on the mound here with nobody out in the 6th inning.
Number 71, Tyler Rogers.
First pitch coming. Here it is.
You know, some guys just don't like pulling the trigger in an 0-0 count. They don't like the ambush tactic. They like to calibrate the speed, maybe pick up the brake. They want to know everything your ball does before they pull the trigger.
He's set. Here's the 0-1. Hit on the ground to third. Longoria's there. Solano for 1 on to first, so he comes right out of the bullpen and gets the double play.
They played the matchup there, and it worked out perfectly. Ground ball double play, and that changes the complexion of this inning entirely.
Here's Xander Bogaerts now. No one on base for him after the double play.
Yeah, Matt, that 2-ball really changed the complexion of this inning. It looked like the middle of the order was going to have a chance to get a big hit with some ducks on the pond, but now they just have to try and get a 2-out rally started.
Now here's the first offering. Grounded to the right. Fielded cleanly. Throw to first with time to spare, and the side is retired. Nothing doing for Boston. Our score remains 2-1.
Yeah. Who that in the whip? Yeah, you know it's me. You can't stop my shine. I'm just doing.
Now to the plate, here is Brandon Belt, who was a strikeout victim his first trip and then collected a base hit his last time around. Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. No balls and a strike to count. Waved at and missed, and he's behind 0-2.
You know, when a guy starts to get tired, you often see their breaking stuff start to flatten out, but that's not the case here. Still has really nice finish on that slider, as we just saw.
Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. They really bunch him up on that one as he swings and misses for the first out.
Boy, there's nothing like seeing a good power pitcher that has a good fastball. What does he do? He just throws this good fastball right by, brings the express. No chance to put that ball in play.
And that'll bring up Buster Posey. As he'll take a look at a high strike that time, it's 0-1. No hits to this point. (0-2) the count to Posey.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
Swing and a line drive. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out base hit.
Well, you know what? Good hitters are good hitters for a reason, D-Row. To be able to hang in there on an 0-2 pitch and still be able to get a base hit, this guy's about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I'm blown away by this guy, Dan. You wouldn't know if you showed up. You wouldn't know if it's 2-0, 3-1, 0-2. Counts do not matter. This guy trusts in his craft.
Brandon Crawford will stride in again, and you can bet he'd love to do again what he did back in the fourth. A solo home run here that's been the only long ball of the game so far. From the stretch. Posey, base runner at first with 1 out. 0-2 now as Crawford comes up empty on that one.
Great pitch in that situation. If he makes contact on that one, more than likely he's hitting into a double play.
Ready with the 0-2. And he struck him out, and that's 8 strikeouts thus far.
Now back.
So it's a runner at first with 2 men out, and into bat next, former National League MVP Kris Bryant. From the belt, kicks and deals. Here's a high pop-up. Bogaerts has a play. And that retires the side. 1 left for San Francisco. They lead it 2-1. So here's the Boston cleanup hitter, Rafael Devers. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard, but you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
First pitch hacking here, and that's the first strike.
This guy loves to drop the head on those pitches down and in. I'm shocked he went in there, but he's able to jump ahead and get away with it.
Breaking ball called just a bit low.
Hey, there's not a lot you can do with a slider breaking down and in unless you catch it way out front. I like the idea of taking it and making the pitcher bring you something a little more hittable.
This is hit the other way out toward left field. Bryant is right there as he puts it away, no problem for the first out. One man is out in the Red Sox seventh, and into bat next, one of the best run producers in the land, J.D. Martinez. He's ready. Here's the first pitch. Slow roller down the third baseline. But a foul ball here, 0-1. Here it comes.
1-1.
And this one's up around the eyes, 2-1. 3-1 to Martinez.
When you're playing close games like this, base runners mean everything, so he can ill afford
a swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. But that'll hit off the wall in left center. And there's your tying run at second base with a one-out double.
Wow, when I heard that and saw it leave his bat, I thought we were going to be all tied up, but it just didn't have enough to get out of here, so he's going to have to settle for a double. Tying run on second, and now things are officially getting interesting.
And now time is called, and the reliever is warm out there. Dominic Leone comes on to pitch here with one man gone in the top of the seventh.
Number 52, Dominic Leone.
And the next up will be Alex Verdugo. As he'll take a look at a pitch too low. It's ball one. He's working on a 1-for-2 game so far. The 1-0 home.
He's going to have a talk with the umpire after this half inning, because if he's not going to get those calls, he's got to come a little bit more over the heart of the plate, and that usually means damage done.
Ball three. Hit out of play, and it's a full count now. 3-2 pitch. Hit down the line at first. The throw will go to third, and he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him.
Took a real risk by going after the lead runner there heading into third. That's always a tough call, and it's hard to fault them for being aggressive. But you hate not to get an out when the batter was giving himself up.
Stepping in now, Christian Vasquez, as he looks at a fastball that's in there for strike one. He's 1 for 2 in this one. Off the plate and in. It's a ball and a strike.
Everyone in the ballpark knows what the pitcher's intentions are in this situation. Great job at the plate to lay off a tough pitch in a good spot.
And this is lined hard to deep left. The catch is made. Here comes the tying run from third. And they'll tie the ball game as the run scores, evening things at 2.
Boy, this one looked like it was headed for extra bases off the bat. Instead, a line drive bullet caught in the alley, but he does end up getting a sacrifice fly.
At the plate now, Christian Arroyo, as the first pitch to him is in there for a called strike one. 0 for 2 for him to this point. The 0-1 delivery. Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one, and the inning is over. A run, a hit, and a man left. We've reached the 7th inning stretch here in San Francisco, and we are tied 2-2. And we're back for the bottom of the 7th as we check in with Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. Between innings, I was able to discuss the current state of the Giants lineup with their manager, Gabe Kapler. And one thing he mentioned to me was the lack of discipline he's seeing out of their at-bats right now. A lot of their outs have come from weak contact and strikeouts as a result of chasing pitches outside the strike zone. He said it's going to be extremely important for them going forward to be more selective with their swings and force the opposition to throw more strikes.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
Leading up,
last half of the 7th here, and next to bat will be the outfielder, Mike Yastrzemski. First offering, as Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike one.
What a performance so far throwing first pitch strikes to 90% of the batters. It's hard to get any better than that.
And there's one away. Next to stand in is Austin Slater. He was sat down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and kind of shocked he got blown away with a fastball. You could tell he was late on that one. And we'll see if he tries to cheat to something this AB.
Starts him with a good rising fastball there for strike one.
Expect the guy on the mound to keep attacking the zone. He wants a quick inning so he won't be nibbling.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Well, and he's got him in the palm of his hand now. It's 0-2.
Hey, after that terrible swing, you find yourself down 0-2. Step out, deep breath, adjust the batting gloves, flip a coin, and go all in on something.
Still no balls and 2 strikes. A swing and a miss for out number 2, and a ball he had no chance of making contact with.
That was a big strikeout there, guys. The best pitchers have the ability to strike guys out when they really need to. And that second out was really important at this point of the game. Could be something we look back on later when the game's over.
So now to the plate, Evan Longoria, as this is grounded foul off to the left. 1 for 2 in the ball game thus far. He looked like a caveman swinging a club on that one. It's 0-2 now.
This is one of the things that makes him so effective as a pitcher. Able to pound the zone with all different options.
And he'll step out and ask for time. Maybe trying to get this pitcher out of the rhythm he's in right now. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Stays alive, still 0-2.
Got to take advantage of that pitch right there. 0-2 breaker hanging over the heart of the plate. Not going to see too many of those today.
Low and away with that one. It's 1-2. Smoked on the ground up the middle. That's through for a base hit, his second of the ball game. So good work on a 1-2 count to get on base.
Boy, just when you're looking for one of those shutdown innings, you get 2 quick outs, D-Roll, then you give up a 2-out base hit to extend the inning.
Yeah, you show me a big league ball player that's going to give away an AB. No chance. Everybody's in there grinding every at-bat, every plate appearance. Nice job. Maybe a little 2-out lightning start.
Number 52, Dominic.
Standing in now, Dominic Leone. As Sale will get the upper hand to start the at-bat here at strike 1. He's newly entered into the ball game, so this will be his first trip to the plate here in inning number 7. Comes set and the 0-1. And this one's in the dirt. Oh, and he'll make it, but he may get a talking to here by his first base coach as he barely was able to get back to first. And now Boston's bullpen springs into action. A left-hander and a right-hander begin to throw. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. A ball and 2 strikes to the Giants pitcher.
Well, this team, they're swinging at everything, but that pitch was just a little too far out of the strike zone.
Here comes the 1-2 from Sale. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Giants leave 1. Score remains 2-2. Kevin Plawecki is going to be asked to get things going here as a lead off the top of the 8th.
Number 25, Kevin Plawecki.
Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. The 1-0 is swung on and missed. Strike 1.
Swing and a miss on a nasty slider right there. Always felt toughest pitch in the game. If you're a guy who liked to work the big part of the field, you were on that fastball middle away. Well, that slider looked like a heater for about 56 feet 6 inches.
And a step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. So the Red Sox lineup turns over, and to the plate, Kyle Schwarber. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. Now here's the first offering. And he takes ball 1.
Hey, this one's tied late in the game. As a pitcher right now, you just can't lay a cookie in there 1-0.
Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone.
This is a spot you really don't want to be in with a great hitter like that. You can't just lay one in there, but you also don't want to run the count to 3-0.
And he fouls this one off. And it misses. 3-1 now. Kike Hernandez will be next. One out, nobody on. And he lays off. Ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here.
Well, he walked him on 5 pitches, but that last pitch was really good. He missed down, but only by a hair. When a hitter has a 3-1 count, he can wait until he gets a pitch he loves.
Next to dig in, Kike Hernandez. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. First pitch on its way. In there, 0-1. But he's safe at first as he gets back in time. Fouled away. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Right side. And that gets through, so he'll have his first base hit, make him 1 for 4 in the game now. He pulls into third safely as a run is also in, and with it, they take the lead.
Boy, those have to feel really good, Dero. You get late in the game, you come up with a big RBI base hit right here to give your team the lead.
Yeah, no one remembers that ground ball with eyes in the top of the 2nd inning. You want to show up when the game is on the line. Can you quiet your emotions down, take the crowd out of it, and slow yourself down enough to come through? And that's exactly what he did.
Zach Littell gets the call as he'll pitch with 1 gone in the top of the 8th.
Number 46, Zach Littell.
To the plate now, Xander Bogaerts. As he'll look at a fastball in there on the outer half, it's 0-1. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
This is a situation where you're going strictly for the strikeout. Infield in, and from the offensive standpoint, you're just trying to create hard contact and get it by that infield.
Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2.
Definitely a strikeout situation here with the runner on third, so that's smart. Trying to make him chase that slider out of the zone.
Swing and a miss, and they'll dodge a major bullet that time. 2 away.
Classic slider down and away for the strikeout there. Not a whole lot to say about that pitch that hasn't been said a million times already. That's just a real tough pitch for a hitter to pick up out of a pitcher's hand, so they end up chasing when they're in protect mode.
In now, Rafael Devers, as he'll look at a changeup that drops below the knees for ball 1. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. And he misses low with it, 2-0.
With the runner on third, 2 outs, base open, and a good hitter at the plate, you have to be smart and not give in. If you walk this guy, so what? It's a lot worse. if you give him a ball that he can hurt you on.
Looking to keep this a one-run game. The pitch fouled off. Ready with the 2-1. Hernandez at third with 2 away. 3-2 the count for Rafael Devers. J.D. Martinez would be next. And it's fouled away.
4 foul balls in this AB. Pitcher cannot find anywhere to go to put this guy away.
Now a swing, and he gets him to pop it up. Longoria has room in foul territory, and that will end the inning. But they do get on the board in the inning on this run-scoring triple. Bottom of the 8th coming up, and Boston's taking a 3-2 lead. Ryan Brazier is on to pitch out of the bullpen in the bottom half of the 8th. Bottom of inning number 8 set to go, and that'll bring in the second baseman, Donovan Solano.
Down by 1. I'm interested to see how they approach this as an offense, especially if they get someone on base early in the inning. Some teams, you know, they're going to try and manufacture that run, just trying to get that one run across. Others, they're going to look for 1 or 2 big swings to make it happen.
He's set, and the pitch. Swing and a liner. And there's a base hit. So there you go. The possible tying run aboard here to kick off the home half of the 8th.
You can't ask for anything more than getting a leadoff man on right there. It brings the go-ahead run to the plate. He's in position to do some damage. It'll be interesting to see how the manager plays this one.
At the plate, Brandon Belt. And a first pitch swing. He hits a fly ball to left center. Verdugo waits on it. He's got it 1 away. Next, it'll be Buster Posey. It was a base hit last time up.
Posey.
From the stretch, here's the pitch. As he'll send a ground ball down to third. Oh, beautiful dive. Relay to first in time, and just like that, this side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but no one left. 9th inning coming up. It's the Red Sox 3 and the Giants 2. Camilo Doval enters from the pen to start the 9th inning as he'll try to keep the score right where it is heading to the bottom of the 9th. All set to start the 9th in this one. And coming forward, the veteran outfielder, J.D. Martinez. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch. And we kick off the 9th inning with a swinging strike here. 0-1. This one's down to third. Taken in by Longoria. Throw on to first for the out, and that is how the 9th inning gets underway. Stepping in next, Alex Verdugo. He reached on a fielder's choice previously. First pitch on its way. Here's a slider to start things out, looked at for ball 1.
You know, because this is just a 1-run game, this doesn't strike me as a situation where he's going to be working around a guy. I think he's going to challenge him right here.
Yastrzemski is there, 2 down.
Now batting.
Next up for the Red Sox, Christian Vasquez. A hit and 2 at-bats for him at this point in the ballgame. Now a pitch on the way. There's a shin-high slider laid off for a ball. And, looked like a definite pitcher's pitch there on the inside, 1-1.
I'm sure every pitcher on the staff could use an extra run right here. I know the bases are empty and there's 2 outs, but stay on the attack. Get a guy on first base. You never know. You get something going and string a few across.
Swing and a little blooper to center. In comes Slater. He can't get there, so the inning will continue.
Now batting, the second baseman, Christian Arroyo.
At the plate now, Christian Arroyo. He swings and hits it foul off to the right and out of play. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Set to deliver the 0-1. Fastball called for strike 2.
Now, this guy's got some of the nastiest stuff in the game, and it is absolutely no fun for an offense to try and piece together any type of attack when he's throwing this stuff.
1 ball and 2 strikes to count. The 1-2. And he fouls this one off. Here he comes again. 1-2. Inside and a hair low. It's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
When a pitcher's close to working through a quick inning, that's when you really need to grind out some at-bats. He's done a good job of that, and that's really big when you're hitting towards the bottom of the order.
3-2 the count to Arroyo.
Good running count right here. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, runner on first. He'll be off to the races on this pitch.
Popped him up. Solano over to his right. And he's got it for the final out of the frame. Red Sox leave 1, but they still lead it 3-2. Now we're going to have a conference at the home plate area, so it would appear that we'll see a double switch here. Hansel Robles comes on looking for a save here in the bottom of the 9th inning. Bottom of the inning now, and that'll bring up the left-handed hitting shortstop and San Francisco Bay Area native Brandon Crawford.
Brandon Crawford.
Here's the first pitch. As he'll chase one up around the letters here for strike 1.
I'm going to need to see a better game plan out of the hitter right here. That ball was at his eyes.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline, but that'll get foul. It's 0-2 now. 0-2 count, and the pitch bounced on the ground and right at the shifted infielders. On to first, and that is a huge out to start the bottom of the 9th. And there are the final numbers for the Boston starter. Great day's work any way you look at it.
One of the big keys to having a good pitching performance is not being afraid to throw the ball into the strike zone. And this guy certainly wasn't in this one. Didn't allow a walk all game long.
Digging in next will be Chris Bryant as he'll lay off a slider too low, ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. The 1-0 home. High in the air out to center field. Long run for the center fielder. He gets there, and that's the second out. So a nice running catch on display that time as we get a look at it again with Show Track. Took a nice route, covered a good amount of ground, 100 feet to be exact, to bring that one in. Well done. Into the box, Mike Yastrzemski, as he'll take a look at an off-speed pitch here that misses for ball 1. He bounced out last time up. The 1-0 delivery. Ball 2. Fans on their feet in a 1-run ball game in the last of the 9th. Wow, that looked to be well inside, but it's a called strike. 2-1 now.
Gutsy pitch right there. 2-0 changeup for a strike. Good call by the catcher. Great execution by the pitcher.
Gets the sign. Here comes the 2-1. Last strike here for the Giants. 2-2 pitch is fouled away. 2 out, nobody on. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2.
Time to narrow your focus up there at the plate. In a one-run game, he doesn't want to walk you, so there's a good chance he's going to get something to handle right here.
And he gets strike 3 called to end it here, and with that, this one is over.
Hey, this was a pretty tightly played game. Got a little bit of everything in this one. Some timely hitting, runs on the board, key pitching, and defense in certain spots. This one was a fun one to watch.
A one-run game this afternoon, 3-2 the final finish. The Red Sox came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Chris Sale pitches well enough to get the W. So that'll do it for us. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
So nice, it's every